About 560 days ago, I did an article on the green worm bin, the hunger bin. That was my most, I suppose, successful video I've ever did. It still gets about 1 view per day. And it's been right at 2 years old. And people, most of the questions I get on these worms, how do you know how to feed them, and do you need cocoa carb? I'll kind of, look at what I got. See this? Well, actually, that's a piece of a hull off a cucumber. Look at the paper. Look at the leaves. How wet do you get it? Ooh, that looks dry. Hey, how much do you feed them? Oh, you feed them paper? People, look, nature, Mother Nature, don't care how tender you are or how sweet you are. You either learn to survive or you die. Now, worms are very simple to raise. I took my bedding and I took leaves, ground up paper, and when I say cardboard, I'll take a sheet of cardboard like this right here, soak it wet. Whenever I redo my bin, I'll put it on the bottom of the bin. Then I'll put my stuff back in there. Then I'll come back and put that on top of the bin also. The biggest mistake people make is covering the bins. The worms can't breathe. They're not going to stay there. You can forget it. They're going to leave. Now, as far as feeding them, you come in here and you stick the little food down in there. I don't even know if you can see them or not, but there's worms all down in here. And see the dry? Listen, worms need moisture to breathe. They cannot breathe if it's wet, if it's dry. But this is not bad. And in fact, I'm letting this one dry out because I'm fixing to run my castings. I've got a lot of orders for castings, and I'm running out of castings. But anyway, all you have to do, people, is just feed them. If you feed them too much, it's going to stink. It's going to stink like the devil. And you're going to have little bugs all in here running around. That's what these are for. Look down in them. You see the dead netwicks? See down in there? Kind of hard to see down in the bottom. And there's netwicks everywhere. So you get all kind of bugs. Little bitty white gnats, I don't see any right. Yeah, they're hard to see. See them? They in there. And eventually, if you look down in there, you'll see they go down in there also and die. If you see the little white gnats also go into your little traps. And they're very easy to make. See them? You just put a little olive oil in there with a touch of cinnamon, just a very small amount, just odor-wise, and it brings them in there and gets them out of your bin. Now, notice, this is mostly coffee. See the coffee grounds? All right, that's getting broke down. And on the bottom of the coffee grounds is corn. So people, look, bottom line is, don't overthink it. Worms are very easy to raise. Don't overthink it. I'm drying this bin out. Like I said, I'm fixing to run it for the compost. But worms need water to breathe. So if it was soaking wet, it wouldn't make that much difference. Look at the eggshells. But I get questions all the time. How do you know when it's too wet? How do you know when it's too dry? How do you know? Look, if you can pick it up and squeeze it real hard and moisture runs out, it might be a touch wet. But if you pick it up and it feels damp, you kind of dig around and you find your worms, like right there. They don't look like they're hurting, do they? No, they're not hurting. And notice the little white bugs in there with them. Anyway, when you see that, don't worry about your worms. They're in good shape. So what you need to do is set you up a worm bin. You can go to Dollar Tree, right here. See this? Go to Dollar Tree, okay? Come over here, take your little Dollar Tree bin, dig down in here and get you a couple of handfuls of these worms. Put some leaves, dry grass, and I say dry grass simply because you don't want to put green grass in there to go through a heat and kill your worms. Let the grass dry. Then you soak it in water, put it in the bin with the leaves, the cardboard, the paper, and in a matter of days or weeks, this is what you're gonna have, people. The prettiest black dirt, no odor that you ever seen. So the hardest part of raising worms is just get started. Don't hold back, don't procrastinate, put the worms in there and take it from there.